Dude, I didn't save. Oh no! Well, that's awkward. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Well, guess we gotta speedrun all this. Yeah. Shit. I'm doing wonderfully, thanks for asking. Well, we're just gonna load the episode so that I can start recording properly. I'm gonna save. Why did it do it there? And welcome back to Project Nihilum 0. Last time we speedran the first 14 episodes. Well, the video did. I actually played through it all because I refused to skip anything. This time, we're going to get ourselves another route achievement. Which one we're going to get, we don't know. But we're going to find out, and let's just get right into the Battle Royale. You regain consciousness, your head pounding and your whole body freezing. Slowly, you lift your head. The cell looks familiar, but you quickly realize that this cell is larger than the one you were kept in for isolation. In the corners of the room, close to the walls, you discover other people. They are wearing the typical expert clothing, just like you. None of them speak a word. Dazed, you gather your memories. Sullivan, examination, the games. Just as you're about to approach one of the experts and ask questions, the doors open with a loud crash. A shrill alarm echoes through the corridors, causing everyone present to flinch. Suddenly, a loud hiss of gas escapes from the top of the wall opposite the door. The games have begun. The gas quickly fills the room so that no one wastes another second in the room. Running and staggering, the occupants flee out of the room, you too. The red lights above the cells flash wildly and briefly obscure your view. No time to gather your thoughts. More and more inmates storm out of their cells, bump into each other, and flee down the corridor. The gas pours out of the cell, forcing you to leave the corridor too. With a racing heart and clattering footsteps, you storm towards the brightly lit end of the corridor. A large arena expands in front of you. While you take a moment to regain your orientation, more people rush past you, pushing and shoving you aside so you can... Great job! I am already messing up my words. God. While you take a moment to regain your orientation, more people rush past you, pushing and shoving you aside so that you start to stagger. Then the first scream echoes through the arena. Out of the corner of your eye, you see blood splatter on one of the boxes. You are in the midst of the Battle Royale. The moment the doors opened was the start. Where? Your gaze flits hurriedly through the hall. Here and there you spot individual people cowering fearfully behind the crates, while others are frantically attacking other experts with all their might. You see teeth, claws, gaping wounds, severed body parts. all within minutes. Upstairs, behind thick panes of glass, you spot countless people in lab coats. But just as you're about to take a closer look at the faces, you and some of the other experts nearby are hurled towards the wall by a massive shockwave. You drop to the ground, holding your aching head. The lunatics released by the lab assistants show no mercy. Screams are getting louder and louder. Some people are already lying motionless on the floor. You stare silently at the misery. Okay, so this time we're going to take the other option of what Lilith gave as advice back in the day. We're going to play dead. You start running on wobbly legs, dodging flying crates and fists, until you are narrowly missed by one of the crates. You duck down, almost crouching, while another expert who is standing just behind you is hit in the head by the same box at full force. He collapses to the ground and remains motionless. Blood oozes from a burst wound on his head. By chance! You lie down next to him and smear some of his blood on your head and neck to look mortally wounded. As the chaos continues around you, no one notices your attempts to mask yourself. Blinking, you continue to keep an eye on the situation, fervently hoping that no one will throw another crate at you. In the middle of the arena, you can see an expert tearing apart the other participants with claws and teeth. With swift, jerky movements, she keeps snatching up new victims. Pure madness flashes in her gaze. Another inmate leaps out of the shadows towards her, grabs her by the head, and slams her forcefully against one of the crates. The clawed expert screams out, raising her hands to the sky as if looking for help. A flash follows, and the gravity suddenly reverses. Expert and crates begin to float while the eye seems to draw power from the clawed expert. The sight makes your blood run cold. For a moment, everything remains motionless while the eye stares at you insistently.
Run. Run and be free.
Then a large shockwave follows, accompanied by a deafening bang. You are thrown against one of the walls and lose consciousness for a brief moment. Dazed, you get to your feet again. Smoke and fumes float through the arena. Many of the crates are shredded, stuck in the walls, or have even burst through them. Injured and dead everywhere. With a buzzing in your head, you climb over the motionless bodies. Then your gaze wanders upwards to the windows. All gone. Suddenly, you look up and find yourself standing in front of a hole in one of the walls. Chunks of concrete and other rocks are scattered in the corridor behind it. You stare silently at the hole in the wall until you finally start to think again. That was the sign Delta promised. I must...
Run. You must run.
And immediately you sprint off. Delta's voice is still with you as you rush through the corridors with a racing heart.
Left. Left. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
You follow her instructions, barely able to think clearly. But the further you go, the more indistinct and choppy her voice becomes in your head.
You are almost too far. Too far away. You have to find your own way.
Then the voice is gone. You stand still, pressing your hands to your head. Delta? Delta? No answer. You seem to be out of reach. Your gaze wanders hurriedly along the walls until you notice one of the countless labels and signs that you hadn't noticed before. Exit. Which way is the exit? Only now do you realize that you know this corridor and know how to get to certain rooms. Alright, search for the exit. I want to actually go to the arena. Because I think the last time it happened whenever I had gone everywhere already. I'm assuming. I don't really know. But we'll find out. Because I want to see what happens there. Because obviously once we got the drawer open in Sullivan's office, I was immediately just like, I am going to get out of here. I know what I need to do. You keep running, mostly straight ahead. Every now and then you have to turn left and right, but get back on course after the next junction. You keep looking out for the signs pointing you in the direction of the supposed exit. You have no choice but to hope that it is actually the real exit. Oh my gosh, I can words. With trembling legs, you sprint up a flight of stairs, along the corridor, and finally stand in front of a single door. Next to the door, you discover a pad with numbers and a scanner. We don't know the code, in theory. Obviously, I know the code from the last time. I wonder what would happen if I used it immediately. I'm not going to find that out now, but I'm going to test that later, just to see, like, if I use the code now, like, what'll happen. But I'm gonna just return to the corridor, because we don't know any code. Alright, so it's still these things. So I'm gonna go straight to Sullivan's lab. You keep to the left, turning again and again, but take care not to run in circles. You sprint hurriedly along the corridors until you finally stop. I know this door. With trembling hands, you open the door and step inside. Then the door is slammed shut behind you. Sullivan's lab. But he's not here. Then your eyes fall on the desk, and you noticed when you first examined this room. With trembling hands, you kneel down in front of the table and try your luck. We already know it's 1111, so let's just get it in there. Oh, right, I need to actually type in numbers. I can't just press it. You skip through the notes, trying to decipher anything at all. Checkup report, Gray 1407, November 2969. So that does, in fact, change depending on our thing. Obviously, that is us. You put the folder back down, noticing some more notes next to it. A file labeled Experiment Red 1111. A note stuck to the expert file. October checkup overdue. A post-it reading, exit, month/year. Oh, it's supposed to actually be like, okay, yeah, if you want to get out of here, you gotta put in the month and the year. It literally tells you that. Wow, good job, past self. Like, I figured that was it, I think. It's been a hot minute since I did that. I mean, I obviously had the internally, like, 1069 could have been it as well, because I think it mentioned, because it mentioned October for Red 1111. But then, of course, for us, it mentions November, which is, of course, 11, and then 1969. Wow, we're going 1,000 years back in the past. 2969. So, 69 being the year. Finally, you step back, going over the notes in your head once more, then you leave the room. You're back in the corridor, still not knowing where to go. Okay, so all we had to do was go to Sullivan's lab for that? Because I don't remember Charlotte's office causing it to go away. I'd have to look back, or I can find out when I do my third run through, because then I'll just go straight to Charlotte's office first, and then see. So let's go back to the arena. A little lost, you run around trying to reconnect with Delta, but her voice remains silent. You hear footsteps. Slow steps. Almost as if this person had all the time in the world.
Ah, it's you.
Lilith, please, I have to get out of here, please!
I have a mission, and I'm going to fulfill it. I can't let you go.
Okay, what? I don't want to do this. I want to not. Can we just not? Can I just run? Tajallah tries to flee. I could read that. It's Lilith's turn. Lilith punches Tajallah. Okay. I want to be able to read that. But Lilith attacks. Okay, that's what it's saying. I don't want to fight you, girl. Please. I decide to spare you for this turn. You're still going to... Okay. That's awkward. I don't want to. I don't want to fight you. Please. Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. Please. I don't want to fight you. I'm done. Please. Can I just pull an Undertale or something? Oh, she kicked me. Oh, her strength went down from that. Weird. Okay. Please stop. Oh, you're kicking me again. Okay. Stop. 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 Stop yourself, please. I guess I can't do this, like... Alright. Okay. What do you want to do? Read her intentions, punch, kick. I want to... I love how it's not even letting me kick. It doesn't even light up. Okay. I want to read her intentions. I want to see what that does. Tajallah reads it. Oh, I couldn't read that! I couldn't read that! I guess I'm going to have to read it during editing because I don't know what that said. I'm going to end up having to put that on screen for a lot longer, like... Because that was nothing. That shared nothing with me. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't do it again. Oh, I can't do it. I couldn't read that either! Chances for dodging attacks have been reduced. Oh! So is this like to like... Can she dodge attacks then? I'm going to have to find that out another time because I don't want to fight her. Okay, so that's... I could read it that time. It's like... Basically like reading her intentions, and because of that, her chance for dodging attacks is reduced. So I'm just gonna keep sparing. Because I don't want to fight her. Please. Can I flee? Nope. She's just like, no, you are going to die or something. If I die here, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. We are at 1 HP. Okay, can I just like... I love how it doesn't even let me like kick her. Like, that's weird. Oh, it is. Well, I'm gonna kick her. I'm at 1 HP. Yeah, we lost. Okay. Your vision blurs as you cower on the floor in pain. Your body has no strength left to continue fighting Lilith. I didn't even want to fight her! I just wanted to not... I only did it at the end because I was on life support. Lilith, please! Then her eyes light up again and her body tenses. Then she looks down at you.
I have a mission to fulfill.
A heavy blow to the skull knocks you out completely. Oh! So that's how you get this? Okay. Apparently, being knocked around senseless means I'm gonna stay here. That actually kind of makes sense now that I think about it. Huh. Okay, so maybe if we win, we'll be able to, like, get the other ending? I hope that's the way to get the other ending, because I need to obviously get that for the next route, and the final one, because we still have one more. Anyways, let's see what we I don't know if we'll get anything after this, obviously, so let's find out if there's anything. Well, there's the achievement! There is no escape. I didn't want to actually leave in the first place. I did actually want to get this route with Tajallah. But yeah, so we got the route I wanted for this specific character. Gradually, you regain consciousness. You still keep your eyes closed, but you can already feel every fiber of your body burning. You haven't felt this much pain in a long time.
Well done. At least that's something you can do.
Thank you.
You open your eyes, immediately attracting the attention of both of them.
Ah, well rested? I hope so. Because this little escape attempt will be your last.
What if I told you I didn't want to escape? That I could have escaped? I very much knew the code, I knew how to get to the exit, but yet I still chose to go back to the arena because apparently curiosity killed the cat? Yeah. I doubt you would believe me, but whatever. Without giving Lilith a glance, he presses a thin file into her hand and then shoos her away with a nod. I just had a thought in my head. Are they by any chance related? Like, I'm just looking at the two of them, And they have, like, they both have blonde hair. They both have, like, very similarly colored eyes, because they're both purple. Zen's is a little lighter, I think. But I'm just here like, are they related by any chance? That would be honestly a little disturbing, in my opinion. I don't want to know. I do not want to know. I want the game to either tell me or not, one way or another. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna have that theory in my head, but I don't want to know the answer to it until it is time for me to learn the answer to it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling.
Come on. Don't just stand around like that.
Of course.
She disappears, leaving you alone with Zen. He begins to wander around the room.
Very well. What am I going to do with you? Your power is a risk, and the games are postponed until further notice.
He turns to you and fixes you thoughtfully with his cold gaze.
Tell me, how badly do you want to stay alive?
What?
Am I stuttering? How much do you want to keep living?
I
thought so. You Exper are so attached to your pointless lives. Anyway, things are the way they are, so I'll make the best of it.
Again, he turns to you, and for a moment his eyes flash as if he's had an idea.
I know exactly what we're going to do with you. Maybe you can be useful to our cause after all.
With a satisfied smile on his lips, he turns away from you.
You'll be making some new acquaintances soon.
Well, that was ominous. What are you planning to do with me? What do you mean by all what you just said? That's totally not concerning. Anyways, yeah, it'll be continued with the next update. Obviously, we got our little bit, just like how we did last time, we got our little bit outside of after we had escaped the lab. This time we got our little bit of, hey, yeah, you, got knocked out by Lilith. You're not dead. And we're gonna keep you alive and do something with you. Don't know what. I genuinely hope that we get to see Astaroth and Soren some more with this one, because please, I need those two around so much. They give me life. Anyways, we reached the end of the save. I am going to save. I'm going to save it there. Anyways, the labs. We've done it. I love how this one has the, like, save thing in front of it, but then, like, Othlox does not, because it literally just ended right there. Because that bit happened before it showed what the route was. Whereas this one, it's like, okay, we had a little more afterwards, and then, oh yeah, we're gonna continue this later. But yeah, that was fun. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, we're going to go get the True Paradise route, because that's the last one remaining. And we are going to be an absolute problem while doing it. See you guys next time.